when Daddy left home when I was 3, he didn't leave much on me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke because it got a lot of laughs from lots of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Go from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew out an old saloon on a street of mud. There at a table dealing studs sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the walls and into the streets, kicking in the couch and in the mud and the blood of the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, well, this world is rough, and if a man's gotta make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you long. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, "Now you fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me. You got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. You ought to thank me before I die for the growl in the guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." I got all choked up, I turned down my gun, I called him my pa, and he called me his son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, and every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George. Hell, any damn name but Sue.